Welcome to another edition of Last Week in Wrestling with PN and the Voice. I'm your host, PN, and I'm here with my co-host, David the Voice Stein.
Yes, I am.
That's right. We're back, baby. Also, we've got our Gen Z superstar, Lottie, producing our show. There you go.
I'm getting all these texts. Darth Vader's dead.
Wow.
Darth Vader. I know that's not wrestling, but come on. James Earl Jones.
That's good that Darth Vader is dead. But wait, you mean the actual in Star Wars? Is that a spoiler alert? Or
James Earl Jones.
Oh, okay. The guy that voiced Darth Vader.
Yes. With him dead, maybe I'll get some of his voiceover gigs. I didn't get any of Gilbert Gottfried's crap. Maybe I'll get George Old. I do voiceovers. I'm the voice of cancer. Please do not smoke.
Yes. Not only are you the voice of cancer, you're also the face of cancer. So thank you for.
That isn't nice, and it isn't true.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of not nice, MJF. Let's just jump to it. MJF.
Topic number 5 for you newcomers. We cover the top 5 topics, and
of the week in wrestling. Hey, shout out to Todd Mossey for having us in the UGG Comedy Podcast Network. Week two. We're ramping ready to go. If you want to, comment, tell us what's on your mind, please comment on the chat. We're right there with you live.
Could I comment on something that, as a viewer, I'd like to know?
Hey, Lenny. Shout out to Lenny. Lenny's right there watching with us. Shout out, Lenny.
Could I ask you a question, Mr. PN?
Sure.
Me and Lottie have real backgrounds behind us.
Right.
You can see my beautiful baseball figurines, my replica belts. She has a very nice apartment.
I have hula hoops.
Yeah, hula hoops. And we see nothing. What are you hiding?
You have the logo, okay? Wow, wait, it's you misspelled your name. We'll fix that up on
my name. Voice is awfully easy to. Not even David voice, just the voice, and you got that wrong.
The voice.
If you do the voice, they'll think it's a TV show.
Right. They might think you're Italian. The voice. Yeah.
Okay. Topic number 5.
All right. So AEW, the most awesome, craziest, wrestling company to boot right now, has had All Out, the sequel to All In, All Out, which they did last year. Now they did this year. It was brutal. By the way, shout out to Tiffany Gersler with a nice jacket, and of course Lenny T with the Heroes doing great. Hero the cat that David Voice donated to Lenny T.
Yes, and I have all the comments coming at me. I'm apparently, I don't know why your name's listed first.
Right.
Talking about me.
Right. Well, because I'm marketable, I think. Not really, but
no, apparently the people are speaking. They want the voice. Okay, the people want wrestling. Let's do wrestling.
Right. Lottie, don't be afraid to rein us in, Lottie. You're the producer, okay? You're our Gelman. You know who Gelman is from the Kathy Lee and Regis show?
Is he a beautiful woman?
Kind of, in his own way. All right, so MJF, one of the hottest wrestling stars today. He's like, 28 years young, 29 years young. He just came off.
My age.
Yeah, he's your age. Wink, wink. Sure, yeah. Anyway, he just came off of
lying about his age. Continue.
Saying, I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying. Anyway. All right, by the way, Lenny says Hero's foster parent has some style. Oh, I think he's dissing you.
Style is a good thing, Marlon.
No, but he's saying foster. Wait, he's the new foster parent. I thought he's talking about himself.
No, he owns him. I fostered him.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds kind of racist. Even though it's a cat we're dealing with. Owning animals.
Well, I'm very excited to hear about this feud continuance.
Yeah.
All right. See, all right. Thank you, Lottie, for reining us in. See,
I'm
you
doing my
know,
job.
yeah. There was an editor's note. Editor's note from the top. They were like, "Hey, we need Lottie in there. We need a female perspective. We need a Gen Z
You
perspective."
need to be talking about wrestling on a wrestling podcast. How about that?
We are.
Keep beginning, and then just because you see someone talk, it's nice to acknowledge them. But let's talk. Give me your view on MJF.
Well, if you weren't interrupting me, okay, we're 5 minutes early. Okay, it's okay. All right, MJF, guys, MJF. All right, one of the hottest wrestlers out there. Recently came off a big loss in All In against Will Ospreay.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, continue.
Will Ospreay. He lost his All-American title, which he was besmirching the American dream, the American title with that. Now it's back to the international title with Will Ospreay. He gets attacked by Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia looking for revenge and just run into all-out match. And this was a huge, crazy match in a crazy night with All Out. It was almost like a throwback to ECW era with the bloodiness and all that stuff.
It was worse. It was worse than anything I've ever seen on ECW.
Right.
We'll get to that later.
Right. You've seen a lot of bad stuff, boys. So yeah.
I'm very concerned.
Right. By the way, Lenny's asking, what do you guys think of Hulk Hogan getting political? Well, Hulk Hogan has always been political because he's all about the American dream. Right? He's the American hero.
I never went to the jocks to listen to their politics, so I still won't listen to the jocks about politics. If they want to yap, they could, and I choose not to listen because if they agree with me, I don't care, and if they disagree with me, I don't care. If Hulk Hogan is making you vote a certain way, you got issues, and not just Hulk Hogan. Any of these morons, most of the morons. Maybe if MJF said it, then you should listen.
Well, let me tell you something. Hulk Hogan's still my hero. Even though I don't like it when, celebs get political. PN's apolitical. Not apolitical. PN's all political. Anyway, so MJF is fighting Danny Garcia. Stay away from the politics. Say Thursday. Leave that to Todd Modesty in the Real Talk. All right, MJF fought Danny Garcia in a very bloody match. A lot of spit, a lot of blood, a lot of craziness. By the way, voice, you have a question there?
Yes, we keep calling him by his initials, and Tiffany wants to know what MJF stands for. It's Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Is it Friedman? Friedman.
That's the worst combination of names I've ever heard.
He's a part of the tribe. Okay, you can't get much more of a Jewish name than that. And,
right.
Lolly's like, damn you Jews.
I don't think she said that. And of course, Tiffany says thanks. Well, thank you, Tiffany. Yeah. Appreciate you checking in.
Let's continue.
All right. So, as you know, we're not just a wrestling podcast or reboot. We're also a lifestyle podcast. And, we talk about stuff. Anyway, so MJF beats Danny Garcia in a bloody match, and it was crazy. And even though Danny Garcia got beat, MJF, he went up to shake his hand, tried to kick him, tried to, beat him up. And then Danny Garcia caught him and beat him so bad, right? So bad that looks like MJF is going to be out of commission.
I got a question for you about this punk Daniel Garcia.
What?
He couldn't win during the match. Then after the match, he becomes a tough guy and beats the crap out of him. If he's so tough, do it when it counts, when you're getting paid. Who got the winning pay of the who got the winning parts?
MJF.
Okay. Then after the match, I don't think MJF was going to kick him, to tell you the truth.
Well, here's my take, voice. All right. I'm sorry, but MJF was instigating Danny Garcia, right? He already won the match. Go home. You don't have to go, let me go, give him a fake handshake and then try to humiliate him. You already took him out for a couple of weeks before All Out, right? Humiliating him, Danny Garcia came back, got his one-uppers on him. They had their match, and then MJF was like, okay. By the way, was that fair and square how MJF won?
I believe so.
You believe so. Right. Well, we all know how David Boyce is when it comes to morals. Okay. Point being.
How did he
Go
win?
ahead, Lottie.
How did he win? How was it not fair?
He cheated. I think he did something like
Did the ref see it? Did the referee see it?
Unfortunately, AEW has the worst referees
If
of
the
all.
ref doesn't see it, it didn't happen. You're like one of these football fans who complain, oh, there was holding it. Just accept the results, okay?
Right. You know what? If I knew what football was, I'd be very offended by you saying that. But good luck with that. So, All right. So, anyway, MJF won. Looks like MJF's going to be out for a while. I don't know. Do you think is this going to be good for AEW? Is that going to be?
If he is injured, Daniel Garcia should be fine. It didn't happen during the match. Happened after the match. You can't go attacking people after the match. It's just horrible. Horrible.
Yeah. Do you think Danny Garcia?
Fans he says he likes the fans. He's like, listen to me, kids. Be a sore loser, like your boy Hulk Hogan.
What do you mean, sore loser? Hulk Hogan's won 20 billion titles of all. He's won
Every time he loses, he goes crying.
Oh boy. You know what? Why don't you keep your 80s beefs to yourself, okay? It's 2024.
Well, now I got a 2024 beef, and that beef's name is Daniel Garcia, the sore loser. That's
boy.
Monaco.
Boy. By the way, Warren says Mackenzie's back to ruins PN's life. Yes. No, Lottie is not Kenzie. Kenzie is my eternal love, my eternal sunshine.
Kenzie's a loser. She wouldn't be on the show.
Oh boy. But this is Lottie. I think Lottie might be Kenzie's cousin or something because people are all related, right?
Yeah. All the ditzy white girls are related. It's true.
That's what they have to complain.
All right. Shout out to Warren Entertainment. Thank you for checking us on YouTube. Hulk Hogan blows now. Oh my goodness.
Correct.
Lottie, do you know who Hulk Hogan is?
He's a real strong, beefy guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the green one?
The green one.
Yeah.
No. He was the blonde one. By the way, Tiffany goes, I'm her cousin too. Which one? Are you Lottie's cousin?
Well,
MJF's cousin?
They're all cousins.
Hi, Tiff. I haven't seen her since the family reunion.
Right. Are these all you're connected to the voice here? Are these all voiceiacs?
Tiffany is a lady that I got rid of. It happens.
The red one. He means the red Incredible Hulk. There was a red Hulk, right? Voice, I know you're a big comic. Oh, wow. It's almost like you planned that.
He was ready for that one.
Right. Warren says Brutus Beefcakey kind of guy. You know what? I guess you're saying about the Red Hulk. I don't know. By the way, which Hulk is stronger? The Red Hulk, the Green Hulk, or the regular White Hulk? That is Hulk Hogan.
Actually, the Green Hulk did fight Hulk Hogan in a comic book.
What?
He did. And
when was this?
It was a while ago. I had the comic, and the Green Hulk won.
I don't believe you at all.
Okay, last week you didn't believe that Hornswoggle uses the word midget. Now you don't believe this. Everything I say is true, and you're an idiot. Okay?
Can I guess the platform?
I know comic books. They fought, and the Green Hulk won easily.
All right, chat. If you guys can Google or Chat GPT or Gemini it or Jeeves it, please let us know who won. The Incredible Hulk or Hulk Hogan.
You do not need to Google it. I just told you what happened. When it comes to wrestling, this is the best computer. I'm pointing to my brain. Okay.
By the way, Warren says, hola, Lottie. Please don't hurt PN's heart like that other girl who resembles you. Nope. Listen, Lottie's too young for the PN. All right. PN's.
PN's too old for Lottie. Other way around.
Okay. This is. Right. Right. This is a very, By the way, how do you like our three-person booth? I was gonna say three-man booth, but Lottie is a young woman who's a Gen A, Alpha, or Gen Z.
Gen Z, but I do have manly hands.
Yeah.
Wow, those are you might have bigger hands than me.
Right?
Yeah,
You know, if you
PM
hold
does
your
have very
hand up
small
to your
hands.
face and it's bigger than your face, you have cancer.
What?
Yeah.
Your hand, it's a trick. You do this and then they smack your hands.
Well, don't ruin it. I almost had them.
I know.
Why do I smack my own face? Oh, that makes no sense.
All right. Y'all want to talk about how Daniel Bryan is retaining his title against Jack Perry?
That is topic number 4.
Thank you, Lottie. Bigger hands than Hulk Hogan, Lenny T says.
Set it up, PN. Set it up.
Okay, what was it again?
Daniel Bryan against
Jack Perry.
Oh, yes. We're still on an AEW all-out train, guys. Daniel Bryan versus Jack Perry for his title. A week and a half right after All In when he beat Swerve Strickland for the title, And boy, this has been very gut-wrenching because, Daniel Bryan or Danny B or Bryan Danielson, he was saying how if he loses his title, he retires. So every match is potentially the last match of Daniel Bryan. Wow. Harrowing.
And let everyone know, we both picked Daniel Bryan to win, and
Daniel Bryan won.
But then the real excitement came after the match. Moxley, Cesaro, Pac, and
Yuta.
Yuta came out to celebrate the win. Or so we thought. And what happened?
He got jumped by Moxley.
Cesaro, and Pac. Yuta, who is useless, really useless. He was like, what happened? And they just threw him to the side. And they beat the poop out of Daniel Bryan. And then do you know what Moxley did? He took a plastic bag and tried suffocating Daniel Bryan.
Wow. And one of the most...
I agree with beating the crap out of Daniel Bryan. He deserves it. He has a very punchable face. But you don't put a plastic bag and try killing a man.
Right. What type of world are we living in when your best friend tries to choke you out with a shopping bag? You know what it sounds like? It sounds like it sounds like when you did that, you tried to do that to me last week when, you had me trapped in your basement or something.
Let bygones be bygones. The trapping you in the basement was a bad idea.
You know what? It was another time. It was another time, another world. Now we're here. Anyway, Tiffany says, how does Daniel Bryan keep his strength if he's vegan? I'd beat the crap out of him. Wow. You know what? I'm also a vegan too. Why don't you try to beat the hoo-ha out of me, buddy? I doubt it.
PN is threatening women.
No, I'm not. I'm threatening meat carnivores.
Who happen to be female.
I'm a carnivore and I'm female, and I feel unsafe in your presence.
Yeah, no one feels safe in your presence. First,
oh boy.
Hulk Hogan, who you may or may not know used the N-word. Now you're threatening to beat up women.
You mean Nancy? Is that the N-word he used? What was the N-word? Nancy, right? Anyway, let's not be Nancy Reagans over here, which is, don't call people Nancy Reagans. Lenny says you should have that nurse on here that interviews people about the internet. Right, I guess we're falling into the Todd Mussey universe. That's Miss Armstrong. Very funny, very religious, God-fearing, lovely lady. I met her at Todd Mussey Con a couple of weeks ago with the other Todd Mussey,
I made out with her.
Oh boy. I don't think so. I think you made out with someone else.
I do.
Okay, so Tiffany also says I can.
She's not that good to look at, but that's why you close your eyes.
Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna write a report to the Todd Mussey Human Resources Program, and they might.
I made out with a willing participant while you're threatening to beat up women.
Oh boy.
Okay, maybe you belong in AEW.
By the way, we got a new entrant into the squared circle of the Last Week in Wrestling crew, Rosie Rebel, saying, Nancy.
She's
Shout out to Nancy Reagan. May she rest in peace. And Tiffany says, I can beat you with Lottie's hands. Well, this is a hot Monday. This is a hot Monday, right?
Yeah. Now I got a question for you, PM.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Daniel Bryan's going to fight Moxley. Who do you think's going to win?
Well, that's not on the tables for sure, because also against Daniel Bryan is Christian Cage, who has that against him, right? Right?
Anytime he wants. He'll do it in the middle of the match.
Right. And then Darby Allin, who has a title shot with here's my prediction, voice. Can I make a prediction?
Yeah, I can't stop you.
Fatal 4-way, okay? Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson versus Moxley versus Darby Allin versus Christian Cage, right? Christian Cage?
When you say a prediction, that means things that can actually happen.
Right.
Your prediction is wrong.
By the way, Lenny says, don't threaten people or Miss Armstrong will get on you. Correct. She's a bad mamma jamma.
Not on me. She got all over on me.
Boy. We all know you don't like black women, so let's not go there.
She has big hands too, and she knows how to use them.
I'd do a spit take if I wasn't so thirsty.
All right. The voice sounds pretty thirsty to me.
And this has been sponsored by Fireball. Fireball, everyone's favorite drink.
I might have to quit this podcast if we get alcoholic sponsorships, unless there's an alcohol-free sponsor that doesn't taste like alcohol. It's just water.
Fireball, the drink of champions.
This has been sponsored by Tap Water. Tap Water, the true water of poor people like me that can't buy bottled water.
I have a water bottle, but it's actually filled with tap water. I'm lying to people. I want them to think I can afford
I
bottled
do the
water.
same thing. New York water is just fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when people say they don't drink tap water, say, how do you use freaking ice? Huh?
Right.
Everyone's ice is tap water, okay, you idiot.
Right. By the way, Lenny checked it with the ha-ha. I don't know what's so funny here. Just because I'm poor and I drink tap water, it's nothing wrong with that. He says, no fun favorite drink, tap water. Yes. That's why No Fun Bar closed, because they only serve tap water. Doesn't make sense as a bar, but you know what? It was innovative. You know, being an all tap water bar. Thank you for that.
Next topic.
The next topic.
Did we answer the last topic?
Let me give my feedback on the Moxley Daniel Bryan, something that will happen. I won't make my prediction until I see what type of match that is. So I'm smart. I like knowing a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Can you stop doing that? Jeez.
Doing what?
I think you can do it a little more.
A little bit more.
All right. Lenny says they had those water pitchers at No Fun. So Lenny T used to work at No Fun Bar in the Lower East Side. I think it closed down because of the pandemic, mate. Rest in peace. But hopefully there'll be more, bars serving out waters to lowly people.
I've never ordered water in a bar. The reason for this is I'm not an Nancy boy.
Let's drop the N-word here, guys. Let's not drop the N-bombs with the Nancy, okay?
I know that police is by you, PN, because you live in a crappy neighborhood.
It's not me. That's not me. I thought that was you.
Tiffany wants us to get back on topic.
More wrestling. Let's do the next topic.
All right. Number 3 of the top 5, we got Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa in the steel cage coming up.
Wow.
Okay, PN. Last week you said Solo Sikoa really shouldn't be getting a title shot. And you know what I say about that? You are correct.
Right.
His record isn't worthy of a title shot. He already fought Cody and lost. But somehow he's getting a title match on SmackDown, on USA Network.
The premiere of SmackDown on the USA Network.
In a steel cage. Now, before I say anything, I beg the officials look under the ring before the match. I don't want to see anyone popping out from under the ring. Okay.
Right.
I want no one interfering in a steel cage match.
Mm-hmm.
I want
So you think the Bloodline's not going to come out?
I think Cody's hiding people under the ring. I think he's the cheater.
You think Cody's going to hide people under the ring? Like what? Like who?
Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, who knows? I don't trust Cody.
Oh boy. Yeah, but I don't trust you.
The problem is, if the werewolf wants in the ring, he's just breaking the law. Nothing could stop him.
The Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf.
Jacob Fatu. Did you see how Cody said, "Oh, I'll give the title shot to Jacob Fatu," trying dissension? But do you know what Jacob Fatu said? I love you, Solo. I do not want the title shot. I love you, Solo. So it's going to be Solo against Cody Rhodes in a steel cage where anything can happen.
By the way, Lottie, can you read this? Because I don't read profanities.
Oh, well, Tiffany says that Cody is an ass and that she liked it when his face was all beat up.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, you know what? We're becoming an AEW crowd. You know, we're becoming like senseless violence, senseless profanity.
Maybe she just likes the bloodline, which is a good thing. I'm rooting for Solo Sikoa. I just don't think he's going to win. What about you, PN?
Here's my thing. You know what? I think Solo Sikoa, even though he pretends he's a big bad boy, I don't think he's a worthy competitor for the title right about now. Maybe for a mid title, maybe for an intercontinental or a the US title. But you know what? I'd like to see Solo go against LA Knight. That would be a good match, you know?
Solo would kill LA Knight.
Oh, you kidding me now? LA Knight. Well, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
You already got.
I don't like saying I hate to agree with you because I like to agree with you. You're just so correct, so little. It rarely happens. But in this case, I don't think Solo's worthy of a title shot. He lost already. I don't think he's going to win. But the steel cage, you never know. You never know what could happen. So I'm anxiously looking forward to it.
Right. It's gonna be. Is it gonna be well? How tall is the cage gonna be?
It's usually 10 to 15 feet. You know, they're always changing the cage. They're always changing the rules. Could you win by leaving? Is it just by pinfall? They can't make up their mind.
Yeah. I may have to
check under the ring.
By the way, I'm going to hit the mute button because I'm going to blow my nose. So if you want to do the next topic.
Okay, he's muting.
Oh, that's gross. He got all sick.
The gross part is I think he's eating some of it.
Is he eating the tissue?
Yeah, he put the tissue to his mouth and then looked like he licked it.
Ew.
He doesn't realize he's still on mute because he's an idiot.
Yeah, well, you know, I unmuted myself, and you know what? You guys are mean, okay? Jeez.
Oh, we were saying we hope you're okay.
I hope you didn't eat the tissue.
I did not. All right, let's go to the next one before I blow a casket.
Okay. Topic.
Well, we are in our top 2 topics now for the week. Number 2 is Hangman Adam Page burns down Strickland's house, and they have the title shot in the steel cage.
Okay. Can I get honest? I don't like Swerve. I don't like his annoying manager. I'm not such a big fan of Hangman Page. I don't like either of these guys. So Swerve Strickland got a big contract, bought his childhood house.
Mm-hmm.
For my eye, that house looks like it would go for about $1.3 million. That's what I'm guessing the net worth is.
That's good.
And Hangman puts gasoline all over the house and burns it, lights it up, and it burns down. He used a lot of gasoline because that thing went up. Why is Hangman not in jail?
Well, to be fair, also, Swerve, right? He's kind of started it when he creeped into Hangman's house months ago, in front of his baby. Like he was in the same room with his baby, making threats in front of a camera. Which is
Okay. That I agree with. That's why I don't like either of these men. But if someone threatened my wife and kid, I'd say, get in the ring and we'll settle it in the ring. You burned down my house. I'm calling the police, okay? I'm calling the police and letting you be in jail for 10 years.
right.
Okay?
Tiffany,
I
by the
He
way,
wants the death sentence.
yeah, Tiffany's coming in saying arson's a crime. Hangman should hang. And Lenny Tedesco says Todd is awesome. I will relay Todd Mussey that he is awesome. The purveyor of the UGG Comedy Podcast Network. In week two.
I would not hang Hangman, but I put him in jail for about 5-6 years.
Right.
Since he could say Suave did this to me, let's put him in jail for 3 years. But then he decides to settle in the ring in a steel cage match where just you could win by pinfall or submission. Do you know what happened in that steel cage match?
It's the most. It probably was one of the most brutal steel cage matches of all time, and it was unsanctioned. I don't know if it should be sanctioned on our show to even talk about it, but it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch.
I understand you can't get disqualified, so I could accept you using a chair or thumbtacks or Singapore canes. I could accept that. But in AEW no disqualification matches, they put people on fire. That did not happen in this match, but it's happened in the past. This time, Hangman takes a needle and injects Swamp with something.
Novocaine. Supposedly Novocaine.
How do we know it's Novocaine?
I heard it was Novocaine to keep his mouth not talking or something like that.
Okay, they're saying Novocaine, but we don't know what's in there.
New York tap water.
New York tap water. You get a bubble in the vein, you die. There has to reach a point where we say it's no disqualification, but you can't put people on fire. You can't take out needles and start injecting people. What next? They got a gun and shoot some person?
Right,
Is that
right.
what we're headed to?
Right, where are we going to go next? How? What? Someone's going to die. One of these guys are going to die. That's what's scary. Are we going to see a death in the ring in 2024?
What? He could have shot him up with heroin. Novocaine, my ass. It wasn't Novocaine. It wasn't Novocaine. I'm not believing it.
So Hangman shot him with a needle in the mouth. Officially we don't know what it is, but I heard it was Novocaine. I heard.
Okay, I don't know who your sources are. I don't know, because I have it on very good authority that it was heroin. This news has been leaked, and I'm even going to tell you who broke the story. Tiffany Goslar.
Oh boy. Right. But after he shot him with the needle in the mouth, right? He hit him with a chair shot.
One of the most brutal chair shots I've ever seen.
Right.
The oldest, biggest chair shot I've ever seen was Tommy Dreamer on Raven.
Right.
This has surpassed that.
Right.
But I could accept chairs being used. But not after you shot up with heroin.
Well, if I was on heroin, I'd want a chair to sit down on at least.
Like trash. That's who you hire.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
If you're using heroin, please make sure you have a chair with you. That's what our sponsor. She wants heroin to be our sponsor.
I mean, I hear there's a lot of money in that market.
Kids, say no to drugs. Say no to shooting needles in the mouth of your enemies, and say no to trying to kill people in a wrestling ring. I'm sorry, but it went too far. It went too far. Maybe I just didn't have the stomach for it. Maybe I'm just older now and wiser.
No. There has to be a reach a certain limit. You could put a table on fire and throw them through the table. Do not put the human on fire. Do not put gasoline on people.
Right.
Do not shoot people up with even Novocaine. Okay? We need to adjust the no disqualification rules. If I was in AEW, I would never sign a contract that's no DQ.
Yeah, you know what? That's a Tony Khan issue. That's Tony Khan. You need to rein in your employees because they're trying to kill each other. They're literally. What stops someone from bringing a machine gun or a machete into the ring? Huh? I mean, this is not the only match. You had the match with I think Willow versus Statlander, where they apparently they had
this just in. Christian McCaffrey is out in the Niners game. Adjust your fantasy team lineups. Christian McCaffrey is out.
I don't know what that means.
Sport.
That's
right.
football. I cover all the news. My book is writing to me.
Well, you know what, Voice, save that for your spin-off, Voice in the NFL, whatever. So, who's Christian McCaffrey? Is he a Christian guy? It's an Irish guy, I guess.
Stop speaking.
An Irish Catholic.
Right. All right. So Hangman won that match. Where does Hangman go from here? Where does Swerve go from here? Are they going to fight again? Or is this it?
No way is Swerve going to be active with that chair shot. He's going to be out at least 3 months. And as far as Hangman goes, I hope he too is suspended for a very long time.
So Voice, here's the problem with AEW, right? All their top stars in these extreme matches are now going to be out of commission, right? You have Daniel Bryan, who's got neck issues, right? He's been saying that he's going to need neck surgery. And, he's basically on his way out since once he loses, he's gone. He's retired.
He'll never lose.
You got MJF, who's injured, has a bad neck because of that Danny Garcia, fracas. You got the Swerve and Hangman. Swerve looks like he's going to be out for a while. Hangman, who knows? I mean, he should be suspended, right?
We got Powerhouse Hobbs injured. We got Rusev injured. We got Edge, Adam Copeland.
Edge. Yeah. How about Malachi Black? Is he injured?
I don't know. Some guys just don't appear on TV. I don't know. Wardlow, is he injured? I don't know. We got to stop having this. These guys are getting killed here. No disqualification matches.
Right.
And listen, we got to start finding and suspending people when they act this crazy. Okay, that will stop people. Tiffany's right. She's like, why don't we watch Raw? That's at 8:00.
Yep. If 8 o'clock is Raw, don't worry, guys. This is a very special edition of Real Talk. Excuse me, not Real Talk. Last Week in Wrestling. Do we start at 6 o'clock, 6:30? Maybe this is our thing. Maybe we.
Just so you know, I am a big fan of AEW. I'm not bashing it. I'm just concerned that everyone's injured and the no DQ has gone a little crazy.
Right. Look at TNA, right? TNA, they're doing great matches, great things. They've got great breakout superstars like Joe Hendry, right? And right. They're not trying to kill themselves, right? Now they're working with the WWE. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Standing toe to toe. So AEW, if you want to, I know you're getting you're getting kicked in the butt with the ratings, but here's what you got to do: you got to tighten up your ship, tighten the ship up. Have some more respect and professionalism, and please, can we not have snot and spit and blood in every match? Yes, am I right?
You are correct.
I like the blood. It makes it exciting.
That's Gen Alpha for you.
Z.
Skibbity toilet.
Z. No, I say slay and T.
All right, what does skibbity toilet mean?
You know that video? It's like this guy's head inside a toilet.
No.
You gotta look that up. That's very relevant these days. You don't want to get dated now, do you, PN?
Why would I want to watch that? Why would I want to watch a guy in a toilet?
Skibbity. To stay hip with the kids. To be fair, though, you are watching a show where they shoot each other up with Novocaine and burn each other's houses down. I think a head in a toilet's pretty comparable.
Making a good point.
Right.
Big brain.
Right. Well, that's why you're the producer here.
Should we do the number one topic?
The number one topic.
The number one topic. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had a drum to go brrr. Anyway, we want to know who the number one contender for Gunther is.
Okay, we discussed this here last week, and we both made a couple of predictions. You predicted Giovanni
Vinci. Yeah.
Which I laughed at you with. Remember, I laughed.
Right.
So now he appears on SmackDown, which isn't your fault. You didn't know he was going to SmackDown. So I'm not making fun of you for that. But he's fighting Apollo Crews, who almost never wins. And the only reason why I'm saying almost never wins is because he beat your boy in not 1, not 2, but 3 seconds. That's who you thought should be getting a title match against Gunther. Would you like to apologize to the people for your stupidity?
Listen, everybody has a bad day, okay? Everybody, some days are better than others. You know what I'm saying?
So just remember, when there's no 4 corners match for a Daniel Bryan belt, I'll be making fun of you for that as well.
I don't know what happened to Giovanni Vinci. He brought it. He came in, had the style, he had the panache. Maybe he had too much panache, and he didn't pay attention to what's going on in the ring. And you know what? You got to pay attention. Am I right, Lottie? You got to pay attention to what's going on in the ring.
If you pay attention to the chat, though, Tiffany's pretty ashamed of you.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you picked a guy to get a title shot who was pinned in 3 seconds.
How would I know? How would I know that?
Lottie, what do you have to say? This guy says this guy should get a title shot, and he's facing a loser, and he still loses in 3 seconds. What do you say about PN's prediction?
It's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
That is not skibbity toilet.
That's not skibbity toilet, as we say.
Us hip kids.
Great. I'm being bashed by the greatest generation, the worst generation here, and Gen Alpha over here. Great.
Gen Z.
Okay, but then you made a solid prediction on who would be it. You picked CM Punk. Let it be known, while you made 2 predictions, they were both wrong. But this one was not a bad prediction. CM Punk goes on the mic. He says, I beat Drew McIntyre. I deserve a shot at Gunther. And what happens, PN?
Well, looks like wait, what did happen? Sorry, I lost.
If he's not listening, what chance do we have?
I am listening. I'm just having it's just been a very stressful day. I think I've got
just to remind you, CM Punk was challenging Gunther, and then Drew McIntyre attacked him. He beat the poop out of him. He ripped off the bracelet and destroyed CM Punk's bracelet, which he loves more than you love eating boogers. And
I'm not eating boogers, okay? I'm cleaning my nose.
With your tongue.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. What is this? A 2-on-1? What is this?
Facts. Just admit you like to taste the boogers.
No, I don't.
What's
And also,
so bad about it?
I'm a vegan. It's not part of vegan diet to eat boogers, okay? Please.
Yourself. I allow it.
Oh boy. Anyway, so
here's the thing. These 2 guys despise each other. I have not seen 2 guys hate each other this much since
Hangman and Swerve.
I'm talking about WWE.
Oh, okay.
Since Edge and Matt Hardy. Okay?
Yeah.
And let me tell you how they ended that feud. In the steel cage, loser went to SmackDown. We got to separate these 2 guys because I know fans like saying, fight forever, fight forever. These 2 sons of a guns may always fight forever. We got to make them loser goes to SmackDown. That's my only resolution. What do you say about that, PN?
Well, you know what? You might be right because it's you know what? We don't want to have it, elevate or escalate into the point where it becomes another Hangman Swerve situation, where then Drew McIntyre starts shooting ecstasy into CM Punk's veins or something like that, and then CM Punk's got a chainsaw to cut off his leg. We don't need that. We don't need that.
And they're going to keep interfering in each other's matches for the rest of their lives, unless we make them change shows and have security. You can't enter the show, end it. We got to split them up.
How about this? Loser leaves WWE, goes to TNA.
No. They bring in too much money. And now they steel cage your match. Are you ready for this? Hell in the Cell.
Wow.
Hell in the Cell.
Now, Lottie, do you know the difference?
Hell in the Cell.
Do you know the difference between Hell in a Cell and a regular steel cage match?
Oh, is one a heavenly body?
Because it's hell.
Because it's hell. Thank you.
PM over PN's head, like most things. You gotta really spoon feed them.
Right.
Why don't you tell Lottie the difference?
Well, Hell in a Cell is like a bigger cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to win is to, By the way, Thaddeus J. Smith comments, I think Nurse Armstrong is the only one who can resolve these issues and talk some sense to these boys. Right. Nurse Armstrong is pretty popular right about it. You know what? Have Nurse Armstrong referee a match. I would love to see that. She would solve CM Punk McIntyre, Hangman Page, and Swerve, and all that stuff, right?
PN, you are giving everyone here a disservice because you have not explained how Hell in a Cell is different.
I'm still very confused.
You said the cage is bigger. You said you could only win by pinfall and submission. But what else is different? What else is a big difference?
It's red, I think, instead of blue.
Those are different colors.
Yeah.
No. There is a roof on the steel cage.
Right.
Which sometimes they go up and fight. That makes sure no one can climb up the cage and get in. No one is getting in it. It's the most brutal match in wrestling in the WWE. AEW, every match is more brutal because they're putting people on fire and whatnot. But let's stay away from the AEW when we're talking about WWE. And when we're talking about WWE, don't talk about the other federations because we like both. We don't want to compare them.
By the way, I know
I'm in the Hell in a Cell.
By the way, I know Miss Armstrong's pretty popular, but please let's keep it to PN and The Voice and wrestling, and maybe we'll get Miss Armstrong on these shows one day. Maybe we'll have Miss Armstrong.
I'll bring you over. We'll make out in front of all you guys again.
Oh,
she doesn't like admitting it though.
Oh, that might demonetize us.
Okay, man. I'm not saying nudity. No nudity.
All right, guys, let's remonetize the situation. So,
you don't want to see North Armstrong naked. Again, close your eyes.
All right, so guys, are you allowed to pause a Hell in a Cell match to eat your book? Okay. All right, we're getting trolled.
He's making fun of you.
Lonnie, can you kick her off the chat, please? I feel attacked.
I like her.
Yeah, she gave you a real zinger there. The only thing I'm disappointed is that me and Lottie didn't think of that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Tiffany should be the white girl perspective next time.
All right. So what were you talking about?
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
Red and blue.
Right. SmackDown
but we still have not announced who the number one contender for Guto is. And who is it?
Sami Zayn.
And who predicted that?
Me. No,
you did not.
Yes.
You predicted CM Punk. You predicted Da Vinci. Well,
I think I said maybe Sami Zayn there.
I said Sami Zayn. You had 2 picks. I had 1 pick. I was correct.
We need to play the videotape again.
Well, it's there. Okay, you keep saying videotape. You don't believe that Hornswoggle says midget. You don't believe the incredible Hulk fought Hulk Hogan. And now you don't believe that I picked Sami Zayn and you didn't. Well, all 3 things I am correct with.
Chat, can you please Google Hulk Hogan, Incredible Hulk? What else you said? and all the other things he said. Please, let's fact check the voice.
Okay, I'm going to show you now.
I don't believe your sources. Someone else besides the voice, please fact check. Cat? Anybody? Who won? Hulk Hogan or the Incredible Hulk?
Hulk won.
What? Wait, what happened? Can you please read the wiki?
Ooh. Leave the oh, it was just a Google image. This is back when the Hulk was gray.
What year was that?
Any year before I was born is irrelevant.
It was 1988.
Wow.
Marvel had a little fun at Hogan's expense in a short story in Marvel Comics Presents number 45. Hogan declared himself to be the one and only Hulk. Unfortunately for the Hulkster, the real Hulk, and took umbrage with it. A brief battle ensues, and the winner, then this happened. Sheesh, and I got to click on the button.
Ooh, Thaddeus has a requested topic.
Yeah. You want to read? Read that?
He wants our thoughts on whether the Page Swerve match and bag over Brian's head affect the AEW positively for edgy alternative or cross the line and could lose more casual fans.
Good question. Finally, a good question for the chat. And folks, if you're watching, don't be afraid to ask your great questions because that's what we're here for. In-depth analysis when it comes to pro wrestling the week before.
Are you going to answer the question or just say it's a good question?
Well, I thought if you want to start, and then I'll.
That whole monologue, you could answer it, and then I'll follow.
Fine. Also, if Lottie wants to answer, no, how about Lottie first? Lottie, go ahead, Lottie.
Well, is the AEW, do they ever do that kind of violence like that, or is that really the first time?
They're getting more and more violent.
Right.
Is this normal?
They have put people on fire.
Did it?
Come again?
Would the WWE have something like that?
No.
Well, then I think it's good. I think it's good to push the boundaries, especially if you already have a bunch of other networks to compete with. Why not go a little crazy and suffocate a guy with a plastic bag?
We need to show her the footage, though. She needs to see the footage to really,
Well, you asked her when you knew she didn't watch the footage. Then when she answers it, you say you didn't watch the footage. Why did you ask her then?
Thank you.
That's his way of demeaning women.
Wow.
No matter what I said, he
had
nothing to prove. I know it.
He's like, what's your question? I can't. And then he's like, woman, you didn't see it. He knows you didn't see it.
Oh, boy.
Now, what's your take, PN?
Well, here's my take. I like AEW. I liked it in the beginning, right? The first the first year, right before the pandemic, was one of the best wrestling debuts of all time, right? Great matches. Dynamite was nonstop with the action. It was must-see TV, okay? They didn't have all this crazy, violence, ultra-violent stuff. They did have violent matches, right? But it wasn't like this all the time. Once they started doing the violent, gimmick matches, I think that's when it started losing its edge, if you know what I mean. To be all, yeah, I'm losing my, excuse me, I got to blow my nose.
I'll give you my point while he's eating his boogers again. Now, this super violence normally happens on pay-per-view, which, you see what he's doing. This is disgusting.
Sorry, I just need to make sure my nose is clean. Sorry, chat. Didn't mean to be AEW with the extreme nostril
extreme
content.
Mostly comes on their pay-per-views. So you could be a little bit more violent there. But wrestlers are getting injured. I think when people are shooting themselves up with needles and whatnot, it loses the pure sport of wrestling where you hit them with a chair. When you're using needles and flamethrowers, I think you're pushing it a little too much. If I was watching it with my kid, I would say you got to be 14 before you're seeing that. So I think you're going to actually lose viewers.
But do you have children voice?
I said, if I had a damn child. Now you're child shaming me. You knew the answer. You knew I don't have kids. but he asks anyway. Well, I'm not embarrassed that I don't have kids.
Happy birthday, John.
By the way, John Ross it's his birthday. I'm 35. Happy birthday, John Ross. Do you know who John Ross is?
Yes, that's J.R. Ewing's son.
Well, John Ross, welcome to the chat where we talk about wrestling nonstop. Happy birthday to you. You know what? Hopefully, no one. Hopefully your birthday's nice.
And I'm asking you a real simple question.
Right.
J.R. Ewing, what does the J.R. stand for?
I did junior or something.
John Ross! I just gave you the answer and then did it. You gotta be listening to the show. J.R. Ewing is John Ross, not Junior. Then John Ross Ewing Jr.
Excuse me. Okay, I didn't watch Dallas. All right, that was before my time.
I understand. First of all, I watched it on DVD.
Oh, yeah. Who has a DVD? You know what a DVD player is?
Second of all,
it's like that thing where you put in the disc and it goes.
Yes, and I watch it on Netflix. I watch it on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
I know what that is.
I gave you the answer. I go to trivia contests and I win, and I have to cover all things. Like if you ask me who the 16th president is, I would say Abraham Lincoln. That doesn't mean I was alive when Abraham Lincoln was.
Well, quick, who's the 43rd president of the United States?
45th is Trump. 45th was Trump.
Look at that.
44 was Obama. So 43. Who was before Obama?
Starts with a B.
It had to be Bush.
Yeah, it took you 20 seconds to. Even a kid knew. All right.
It was a time.
Yeah, in 2008. How old were you, Lottie? In 2008.
I was 6.
6.
He knew. Okay, but Tiffany now says Bush because she knows to copy me.
Good job, Tiff.
There was no way PN knew the answer to that. Just
all right. Not to get political.
I don't even think he knew how. Watch this, PN. How many presidents are there?
Presidents? 46.
45. One's off twice, multiple years in between. They count him twice, but he's the same president. The answer is 45.
Wait, who?
I forget. But
no president has ever served 2 non-consecutive terms.
He did. One again. Why do you people doubt me?
Because you're wrong.
Wait, who was that? Wait, Voice might be right here. I'm sorry, but he might be right. I'm not sure.
No one's done that before.
It might be one of the Adams, not John Adams.
No,
but
not one of the Adams.
Might be a Buchanan. No, Buchanan was one.
Grover Cleveland was the 22nd and 24th president.
Wow.
Okay.
What was he doing?
He lost once and then came back and won.
Who was the 23rd president?
See, if I don't know, I don't make it up. So when I say something, the great Benjamin Harrison.
Oh, didn't he get shot or something? Did he die in a couple of days?
Shot. If he got shot and killed, there would have been another president also.
Something happened with Harrison. I know that. Something happened. All right.
Okay.
Are you for me a wrestling podcast?
Right. It's becoming a president's podcast.
Like educating people on tons of things.
Right.
It would go a lot quicker if you didn't challenge me because I'm never wrong.
Oh boy. What a megalomaniac, huh?
Okay, do you admit the Incredible Hulk fought Hulk Hogan now?
Well, apparently, 1988, I guess.
So the answer is.
Let's be fair, though. Marvel was very skewed with the whole bias.
It's a yes or no question. Was David Voice correct?
All right, whatever.
Say yeah. Say David.
I said it. Fine, you were right. UK, you were right. All right, jeez. You're right.
Now PN is wrong. I need both.
PN was wrong.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
All right. Hamilton was not president, Tiffany. I'm sorry. Right? Wait, Alexander Hamilton. Wait, John Hamilton?
Alexander Hamilton wasn't.
Was there another him?
Oh,
all right,
a question about wrestling. Who do you
go ahead, Lottie.
top draw in WWE right now. Like, if you were starting a company tomorrow, who would you build around?
And this will be our last question because we got to get ready to watch Monday Night Raw. Right?
Yeah. And
And,
Monday Night Football, remember Christian McCaffrey's out.
Right. Now, I got to run to Voice's apartment to watch Monday Night Raw, and MTA's not very good right now. So
Okay, if you're starting up a company, any wrestler, you can take him from AEW, take him from WWE. Who's the biggest draw? You start a new company.
Okay, if I start a new company, who would I build around? All right, I'm gonna, I'm gonna make a controversial take. I'd build around Hulk Hogan.
Okay, we're not even commenting on you picking a guy who's over 60 to be your guy.
Yes, he's a draw. Okay,
No,
he's a
no
draw.
longer a draw. Okay.
He's a draw.
Okay.
He's pulling. He's hot right now with the politics.
They're going to lose viewers. Give
He
him
headlined a Republican convention.
I'm going to let you try again. Pick an active wrestler who could physically wrestle. Okay.
All right. Roman Reigns. How about that?
That I actually agree with. It was like pulling teeth with you, but you eventually got there. People come and see Roman. He's not too old. He has 5 sons or 4 sons, so we'll bring them in eventually. Roman Reigns. He goes with Seth Rollins now. Seth wouldn't even be my top 3.
Wow. I gotta disagree.
Cody would be number 2. And I would have to mull it over a little bit more for number 3. But Seth seems to be getting the injury bug a little bit too much. He seems like a second tier of the great ones. I'm sorry.
By the way, I think Voice said Roman for you, Cody second.
Yeah, Cody second.
What about MJF? MJF,
MJF number 3. There you go. You got your top 3.
Right. But I'm a big Seth Rollins fan too. Seth is a workhorse. He's our modern day.
Let me tell you, he's not a workhorse. He tells you he's a workhorse, but he's always getting injured.
Interesting, like a injured horse, right?
They shoot those.
People believe it.
Right.
Simple.
All right. Looks like we have a couple more minutes left. You know what? Maybe the 6:30 start is our time, right? Maybe last week 5 o'clock was a little too early. 6:30, we're getting a lot of good. We still have Thaddeus. You're becoming the MVP of our show tonight. Yeah, the injuries are rough, but when he's in the ring, he's amazing. You're not wrong with that.
But we're not saying who's the best wrestler. We're saying who's the biggest draw. Who's going to make me the moolah? That means money, PN. Something you're unfamiliar with.
Please. Okay. Listen, right now I'm working as an Uber walker, and I might get back in Costco serving samples. So wish me luck. Hopefully they'll take my resume again and consider my past success as a sampler at Costco. He's also Thaddeus says maybe he's always getting hurt because he's carrying the company voice. Ouch!
You're not carrying anything if you get injured. You know who was my first pick in my fantasy draft? Christian McCaffrey. Now he's missing week 1. If he cost me in the league, I'm going to be checked.
All right, let's save that for the football podcast or the basketball podcast. All right, guys, you know what? Looks like that's our time. You know what? This was a great show, right?
Any
Good
show
vibes.
great.
Right. I want to give a shout out to everyone on the chat: Thaddeus, Tiffany, Warren, Thaddeus with the ouch voice, Ross, Lenny, all you guys. Thank you again. We're building this up. We're going to be here every Monday. What do you think? 6:30 to 7:30? Is that going to be our time? Maybe.
That's fine with me.
I like
Right.
that time because I got to take a nap before.
Nice. Right after right after work, a little bit time left before Raw, so you could do your thing. And yeah, please spread the word of Last Week in Wrestling with Panda Voice. Lottie will be making a page for us, and we'll be sharing clips online of our shenanigans. Thank you very much. And also, you will be setting up super chats or whatever. I don't know how to do that, but hopefully you can donate so you can build this up. And I make 30 cents a day already in my 30 cents a day program. If I can make more, have a $1 Cameo. It's very sad. So find me on Cameo, order Cameo, and feed me $1 a day.
Well, bye,
Say
guys.
bye-bye. Say gosh.
Bye.